Good evening. Welcome to World News. I am Jessica Magaji Joseph. First, the headlines. President Tinubu appoints SSA on civil service. U.S. sanctions brother of Sudan paramilitary leader. Macron to host Ukraine's Zelensky. And on sport, Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson out for 6 weeks. Now the news in detail. BossFM 95.5 Abuja, a subsidiary of Fanta Gold Limited, celebrated its 5th anniversary on the airwaves on October 7, 2024. The event was filled with exciting activities, including music competitions and special presentations, marking 5 years of broadcasting excellence. Hillstv correspondent Ruth Eku Atai has details.
For half a decade, BossFM has been making impact on the airwaves, and it is time to celebrate her 5th year anniversary. 5 years of impact and broadcasting excellence as we unfold some of the activities happening in the event. Stay buzzed.
President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of a senior special assistant on civil service matters. According to a statement by the Director of Press at the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Eno Olutu, the appointee, Alfred Abba, is a retired Director of the Federal Civil Service. The statement obtained by newsmen on Wednesday noted that the Head of Service, Didi Wasanjak, thanked Tinubu for the appointment. Wasanjak noted that Abba's appointment is a historic milestone, marking the first time such a position has been created within the Nigerian civil service. The Kaduna State House of Assembly has dismissed claims that it is planning to amend the state local government electoral law ahead of the local government election slated for October 19, 2024. Chairman of the House Committee on Information, Henry Mara, made this known during a press briefing in Kaduna on Wednesday, stating that no such amendment was listed in the order paper for the Assembly October 9 session. The clarification follows concerns raised by the People's Democratic Party over the legitimacy of the upcoming council election. The PDP, through its state chairman Edward Masha, had alleged that the Assembly was working to amend the Kaduna State Local Government Law 2024 just 11 days before the poll. When we return, news from other parts of Africa. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Voters in Mozambique cast their ballot for a new president on Wednesday in an election anticipated to prolong the ruling party's nearly 49-year reign since the country's achieved independence from Portugal in 1975. President Filipe Nyusi has reached the limit of 2 terms in office. He urged patience while the votes are being tallied. Analysts believe that the most significant threat to Chapo and Frelimo's control may arise from Venancio Mondlane, an independent candidate aged 50, who is new to the national political scene. Voters will also be selecting members of parliament and provincial governors in a nation of approximately 33 million, which endured the brutal 15-year civil war that concluded in 1992 and is currently facing a violent jihadist insurgency in the north. The United States has sanctioned a senior member of Sudan's paramilitary Rapid Support Forces for leading efforts to supply weapons for the 17-month war that has killed more than 20,000 people and ravaged the northeast African country. Al-Ghane Hamdan Daglo Musa controls the United Arab Emirates-based Tradive General Trading, a front company that imported vehicles into Sudan for the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces and equipped them with machine guns, the U.S. Treasury Department said Tuesday. Al-Ghani is the brother of RSF commander Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo. The war between the Sudanese army and the RSF broke out in April 2023 in the capital, Khartoum, and spread throughout the country. The Treasury said Al-Ghani's action directly contributed to the ongoing siege of El Fasher, the capital of North Darfur State, by Sudanese security forces. We move to other parts of the world after this break. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Polka.
Thanks for staying with us. Now to other parts of the world. President Emmanuel Macron will on Thursday hold talks in Paris with Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky, a day after he met Ukrainian troops that France is training on its territory to fight the Russian invasion, the presidency said. The meeting, during the fifth trip by Zelensky to Paris since the invasion in 2022, will be a new reaffirmation of French support for Kyiv in its fight against Russia's invasion. It will come after Macron on Wednesday made a highly unusual visit to a military camp in eastern France to meet part of a brigade of Ukrainian troops France in its training. As Hurricane Milton barrels toward Florida, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris have forcefully warned Americans multiple times on Wednesday about what could be known as the storm of the century. Biden and Harris' attempts to get out in front of this latest hurricane is a reflection of the severity of the storm, the misinformation about the federal response to Hurricane Helene, that the administration is trying to combat, and a looming election that raises a stake for a successful government response. A funeral was held on Tuesday for a victim of a vicious gang attack in Haiti, which left more than 70 dead and dozens injured. Jean-Louise 41 was buried in Pont Sunday on Tuesday in a simple but emotional ceremony. He was one of more than 70 victims in the attack on the town, one of Haiti's biggest massacres in recent history. A handful of people who remain in the small town in central Haiti after Thursday assault blamed the government for the attack by the gang. However, according to Haiti's National Human Rights Defense Network, it was those very efforts of self-defense that sparked the attack. Up next is business news. Please stay with us. Welcome back. And now on business news, the federal government has finalized the executive order on the implementation of zero value-added tax and excise duties on pharmaceutical products and medical devices. This was disclosed in a press statement on Wednesday, signed by the Head of Information and Public Relations at the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Alaba Balogun. On June 28, 2024, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, announced on his X handle that in a transformative move to revitalize the Nigerian health sector, President Bola Tinubu signed an executive order to increase local production of healthcare products, including pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, devices such as needles and syringes, biological medical textile, among others. New Zealand Central Bank slashed its key interest rate by half a percentage point on Wednesday to its lowest level in 18 months, saying it was nearing the point of low and stable inflation. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand lowered the key official crash rate to 4.75%, a mark not seen since February last year, but gave little indication about future moves. The decision was a step to avoid unnecessary instability in output, employment, interest rate, and the exchange rate, report stated. New Zealand's economy has for months been on the verge of recession, with consumer sentiment weighed down by high prices, elevated borrowing costs, and a housing crisis. China's central bank launched a swap facility on Thursday, offering firms access to 500 billion yuan in liquidity as Beijing seeks to stimulate its struggling economy. The program will allow qualified companies to exchange bonds, stock, ETFs, CSI 300 constituents, stock, and other assets with the People's Bank of China for high-grade liquid assets such as treasury bonds and central bank bills, the bank announced. Still to come is sport news. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting.